So this upcoming Friday, there's going to be a book launch for this book right here, Fighting Discouragement, and it's written by Dr. Ralph Dartey, and Dr. Ralph Dartey is with us right now. Hello, sir. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Wonderful.
Thanks for having us in this.
You brought a very good-looking young man with you as well. You know this guy, right?
Well, I know him. I think
We might have some type of relation.
I'm sure. I've seen him a few years in my house.
This is your son.
That's my son.
Your son, Roel Kofi Dartey, and nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Nice to see you. So you're both as well with Transforming Life Center?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell us about Transforming Life Center?
It's a great place that is right here in Ottawa, 156 Cleopatra. We have an organization that is global, branches all over Canada and several parts of the world. We have over 2,000 members here in Ottawa alone.
Wow.
And we have an amazing campus branch, which is called Campus Rush, and Pastor Kofi here, he handles that. And you can tell them about
Yeah, so you're a pastor?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so tell us exactly what you do there.
Sure, so basically I handle the millennial and basically the youth department of my dad's church.
Okay.
And we kind of just make sure that on campus at Carleton University that there's a movement there that's just bringing people from a place of confusion to a place of clarity.
So is it a challenge then? Because millennials get a bad rap sometimes,
People do, but I think that we're changing that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's good to hear. So we've got Fighting Discouragement. So Dr. Dartey, can you tell us about this book? How long did it take for you to put this book together?
About 7 years ago, I was in Norway doing a short-term mission there, and I had a revelation, and so I began to pen it down and write it. So it's taken about 7 years to put it all together, and now we have this. Discouragement is something that happens, but it's not instant. It starts off first from being disappointed. Disappointment is normal. We all get disappointed. And when you get disappointed and you don't know how to handle it, and you don't handle it well, then it grows into discouragement. And then when you get discouraged and you don't handle it well, then everything dies off from there. In fact, I was just so amazed to see the Canadian Mental Health Association put out some stats, and they were saying all Canadians indirectly will be affected with mental illness at some point, either through an acquaintance, a friend, or somebody. And then they also state that by age 40, about 50% of all Canadians would have had some brush with mental illness.
Wow.
And it includes depression, discouragement, disappointment, and all these things. So when it's not handled properly, it can lead to severe effect and damage to a person's future.
That's right.
Okay.
And in fact, just looking at the stats, I was shocked to know the economic impact it has on our healthcare system.
Okay.
The healthcare system spends, according to Canadian Mental Health Association, 1998, we spent about $7.9 billion on mental health or mental illness alone, and another $6.3 billion or so on uninsured mental health. So it's a big economic toll, even on the economy of the nation.
Okay, so how is your book helping to keep those numbers down then?
I was suspecting that question. I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
You know, if we can help people deal with their disappointments and help people deal with discouragements and depression and all that things, we would have helped not just one person, not just two, but have helped a community, because everyone's life affects somebody. You know, and if we can help somebody through the revelation in this book and through the Word of God and through what God has taught me as a pastor, I am a simple pastor. I'm not a mental health expert, but I deal with people. And when you deal with people, you deal with their minds, you deal with their spirits, you deal with their marriages, you deal with their home. I mean, my son here, he's a social worker, he's a registered social worker. He deals with this stuff on a professional level.
I can imagine.
And so he can talk to you some more about that. But if I can help somebody, and I would have helped their marriage, I would have helped the family, because marriages come together to form a community. Community comes together to form a city, and then a city and a nation. So we just take it one person at a time, and we are helping the entire community.
Okay, we only have just over a minute left, but Roel, obviously you're taking this book and you're using it in practice every day through the ministry.
Well, definitely. I think, some CMHA also says about, 24%, when it comes to millennials between the ages of 15 to 24, that suicide accounts for about 24% of all deaths.
That's right.
You see, so this book in particular is a great tool in helping that, and my dad is just a genius when it comes to this stuff.
That's
so.
good.
No, he's better.
That's good son. Quickly, just about a minute left, so I want some details. Parliament Hill is where you're having your book launch. It's
yes,
pretty impressive.
we are privileged that this Friday we'll be launching this book at the Parliament Hill Centre Block. I think it's room 253D. We'll be there, and we will just have a number of distinguished people speaking and being part of the launching, because we know if we can help release this book, we'll be helping even the Canadian economy and bringing down our health tab and all that, and making families happy.
Okay, and then where can we find the book afterwards?
You can find it all over Amazon. It's going to be sold and everywhere you can get a book.
Okay.
It's going to be there.
What time is the book launch?
It's 6 p.m. this Friday.
This Friday. Oh, that's amazing. Pretty impressive that, 7 years of knowledge and a whole lifetime of knowledge put into this book, and of course thousands of people that you're ministering to every week. That's incredible. Fighting Discouragement, Dr. Ralph Dartey and Kofi Dartey, thank you for being on our show today.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
And thank you as always for being here. Have a good day. Take care.